Hi, my name is Fernanda Arteaga. I am with Parents Anonymous. I am the program coordinator for the Education for Prevention team out in SPAL 1. We overlook the Lancaster and Palmdale area. Mainly what we do is we go out to schools. We talk to ages from 12 all the way to 17-year-olds. We're in the high schools, middle schools, elementary schools. We talk to parents in the community about pretty much any kind of substance awareness. We discuss from opioids to methamphetamine, alcohol, and marijuana. Our priority substances right now are opioids, specifically dealing with fentanyl use and also with methamphetamine use. When we go to the schools, we mainly talk with the kids about what are these types of substances. So when we go into descriptions about opioids, we talk about what are opioids, what effects they have on the body. We talk about fentanyl because it's a really big one right now that we've been seeing a lot of overdoses out, not just in SPAL 1, but in the entire LA County. We talk about signs of an overdose. We talk about naloxone, or in this case, Narcan. So what to do during an overdose, how to help someone who's having an overdose, and just being aware of all of the signs and symptoms in case they ever find themselves in a situation, which we hope not to, but it's always better to have that knowledge in case you need it, but I prefer that the kids don't use it. But when we talk to the kids about opioids, we mainly discuss the 3 types of opioids. So there's what we call a natural opioid. In this case, it would be something that's found in nature, usually the opium poppy plant. It's broken down into like the molecular level, and then that product gets created into what we know as morphine or codeine. Then you have the semi-synthetic, which would be something that's already a natural opioid. So in this case, let's do codeine. Break it down, add more substances to it, so more chemical ingredients, and then you get something brand new, which would be oxycodone. And then you have your fully synthetic, which would be something that's 100% man-made. And in this case, we're going to be talking about the big one, which is fentanyl. So a lot of kids don't know what fentanyl is, and some parents don't know what fentanyl is. So when we talk to them, we let them know that opioids are mainly supposed to be used for pain relief. Fentanyl is a lot stronger than your typical like morphine opioid. It is 100 times stronger than morphine, but it's also 50 times stronger than heroin. So fentanyl is mainly used for pain relief and also an anesthetic. So when they use it, it's because it's someone who's in really, really intense pain, or they need it to help them go to sleep and relax. But one of the analogies that I like to tell the kids is if morphine helps you go to sleep to recover and get your body going again, fentanyl being 100 times stronger, you won't wake up from that sleep. So that's why it's hardly used as an option unless for people who are receiving cancer treatments, they're in hospice. So something very intense that requires that intense help. So with fentanyl, a lot of people don't know the deadly or the lethal dose of it. And in this case, it would be 2 milligrams. So if I were to get a pencil, whatever, if I have a salt shaker, whatever I can get with that pencil and pick it up, the tip, whatever is coated on that tip, that's about how much it takes to overdose on fentanyl. So a lot of the kids are not aware that if they take a pill that's laced, whether it's sprinkles here and there or if it's a fully laced pill, they can instantly overdose. So when we talk to them about it, we let them know what are the signs of a fentanyl overdose or an opioid overdose. A lot of the kids tell us that when they're with their friends or they've experienced an overdose, it's not loud. So people think that an overdose will be someone yelling, I need help, I'm overdosing, or just making a lot of noise. In reality, an opioid overdose is very quiet, and it's kind of like if you're falling asleep. So in this case, someone might be at a party, lots of loud music, they've been drinking, they take a substance, they take a pill, and in reality, the pill is not what they were told it was. So a lot of kids think they're getting Adderall, they're getting Xanax, and that pill is fake or it's illicit. So then when reality, what's in that pill is not what they were told. So they take it, it's probably more than 2 milligrams of fentanyl mixed in there. So as soon as they ingest it, their body goes into kind of like that sleep mode. So the first sign would be your pupils, they start to dilate, so you get pinpointed pupils. The next sign would be people say that they sound like they're snoring or making gurgling sounds. The next one would be your body starts to go limp. So if you're talking and then all of a sudden your arm starts to go like this, or you kind of start to sway, it could be your body shutting down. So after that, you start getting that clammy to cold skin. You start getting pretty, I guess you can say, your body starts to change the color. So your lips, your nails, your fingertips will start turning into a different shade of blue-purple, because that's your body running out of oxygen. It's your body not getting enough blood circulation going around, until eventually your brain shuts down, your organs shut down, and that's when you go ahead and you're overdosing. So a lot of kids think that once you're overdosing, that's a done deal. Fortunately, with opioid overdoses, because of how bad things have been getting, they've actually created a medication to revert the effects of an opioid overdose. I like to specifically say that it's an opioid overdose because the naloxone or Narcan, that's the brand, was created just for that. The way that an overdose works is your brain has these receptors in the brain. Once you're feeling that, I guess, your natural dopamine, your body feels good, you're feeling euphoric, everything's going great. But when you add substances that enhance that euphoric or that like sensation of like that high feeling, it's your receptors, they're being covered. So all of your receptors eventually get coated, and so you're the point where your brain can no longer receive signals in or out. So originally your brain tells your body to start pumping blood, starts telling your lungs to breathe. So when your body is not receiving or being able to send any signals to your brain, everything sometimes to shut down. So what the naloxone does is that when you insert it, it knocks off those opioids from your brain and allows your brain to start receiving and sending out signals. So with that, the brain starts to tell your body, okay, hey, start pumping blood again, start breathing, start doing everything like you normally would. So that reverses the effects of an overdose, but it's not a permanent solution. So unfortunately, naloxone is only good for about 30 to 90 minutes, depending on how much substance the person has intaked. So after those 30 to 90 minutes, we still tell them, please call 911, get the person to help, because once that naloxone wears out, the person will go into an overdose again, and this time you won't have the medication, and thus the person will overdose, and this time they will pass. So naloxone is kind of like that second ticket. So we try not to talk too much about it, because we don't want people to think that, oh, it's okay to do opioids because I have that second chance. But we still want to go ahead and let them know that there is an option to help if for some reason you find yourself in that situation. So thank you guys so much for listening to the presentation. Once again, my name is Fernanda Arteaga. I am the Prevention Education Program Coordinator with Parents Anonymous in SPAL 1.